I had this match billed as an unstoppable force versus a movable object. And what it turned out to be was a dump truck versus a garbage truck. It was utterly boring for 45 minutes. And I've been under the weather. I've got headaches, and I don't know if it's come from watching Arsenal or the actual sinus infection. Let's talk. Hola, Theodos. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another Rican reaction. And before we get started, if you made it this far, hit that subscribe button. We're almost to 100. We're slowly getting there. We're moving forward. Unlike Arsenal. Arsenal don't want to move forward. And we could tell by the lineup, we weren't looking to attack. We weren't looking to, stretch the city defense. We weren't looking to do anything except what we did and secure a draw. Before we get started, though, on my feelings, because I think I'm going to go on a tangent, let's talk about the stats. Because that's what our manager harps on. He said that, we dominated them. So let's look at the stats. We had 12 shots to their 5. Both of us had 3 shots on target. Both of us had 1 goal each. Possession, we had 67. They had 33. And we made 582 passes to their 300. And those last two stats, the possession and the passes, is what our manager will look at, and a lot of his, support will look at and say, we dominated. What I look at as a fan is the shots on target. We had the same amount they did, and we got the same amount of goals. I mean, if you dominated, we should have beat them 5-1 like we did last year, but we didn't. And it's becoming frustrating to see as a fan that we're playing these big games, we're going up against these juggernauts, and we're not playing to win. Let's talk about the midfield. I just want to get into the midfield. I was going to talk about the game as a whole, but the midfield I think is the most pressing thing. So Declan Rice and Mikel Merino have played together in the midfield 11 times. In that 11 times, we've only won once. I look at that stat and I think about another stat we had. Thomas Partey at right back. Played Thomas Partey at right back 9 times. Only won once. As a coach making £15 million a year, if I've tried something 3-4 times and I'm not winning with it, why would I keep going back to it? Why would I make it to 7, 9, 11? Why would I keep doing it? And people say, oh, but we had injuries. If that's not working, surely you can try something else. If that Merino Rice midfield isn't working, Nwaneri's on the bench. You just gave him a 5-year contract. Why not play him? Why not play Nwaneri? Why not play Eze? You paid for Eze. You got Eze. He's a 10. He can play at the left 8. Why not play him there? Why are we playing Merino, Rice, and Zubimendi? Our midfield has been an issue. And we got Zubimendi. We replaced Partey with Zubimendi. And that's fine. It's not the same type of player. Zubimendi is not kind of that solid rock that Thomas Partey is. I think he can get there. He's a different kind of 6. My issue is our manager likes to play players out of their best positions. You play Eze on the left and you want him to be a touchline winger when you got him from Crystal Palace and he was playing the left 10, the left 8, cutting in that central left channel, making plays happen. You get to Arsenal and you either play him as a touchline winger or you play him as a right 8 and then wonder why we're not doing anything. Oh, I just want you guys to know that when the goal was scored, it was an Eze assist from the middle to Martinelli, who was playing in the middle. I just think that, and my video, I said insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. I think after 11 times not getting wins, I think as a coach, you watch film, you do strategy, If you've looked and you see that this doesn't work, why keep doing it? Why continue to do it? And it's not working. Why do you come into a home game? Now I expect this. I expect the way we played at the Etihad. If we're in Manchester, this is what I expect, because it's a hard place to go. We don't win there. We do draw there, but it's been a long time since we got to win. Since we got to win. Anfield. I expected it. I didn't like it, but I expected it. We don't win at Anfield, but we're at home against a City side that a lot of people have called Pep's worst side in the last 5 years. And we let them off Pep Guardiola had 9 guys behind the ball. And we still took to the 92nd minute to score. We did score. And that's another thing we're going to have to talk about, the score, because that's another controversial thing. But I don't understand what we're doing. I don't understand why we play like this against big teams. And then you have fans saying, oh, but it's only game 5. This isn't the first time we've seen it. I was there at PSG. I was there when Dembele scored, and we did the same thing. We shut up shop. We brought on defenders. We're chasing a goal at home in the Champions League semifinal, and you're bringing defenders on. You're bringing light for light. You're not going for the match. You're not trying to claw anything back. We could have still been here now and not scored. And I think that's the frustration. We have the team. Everyone complained, oh, Mikel didn't have his players. He didn't have the players that can do this. We have those players now. What's the excuse? You have Eze and you don't play him. You've got Wanyeri, you don't play him. Where did Miles Lewis-Skelly go? Did he disappear? Is he injured? Did he say something about the manager and he's suspended? Why have we not seen Miles Lewis-Skelly? Max Dowman, he looked good. He wasn't even in the matchday squad. I don't understand it. I don't understand what we're doing. I don't understand what our manager's trying to prove. What are we doing? Resting up for Port Vale? Come on. It's frustrating seeing the same things over and over again. And then you have fans saying, oh, trust him to get, his players together. That's another thing that upsets me. When people say, oh, he got 8 new players, we need to bet them in. No, he didn't. He got 4 players. He got 4 starting caliber players. Guess what? Other teams get 3 to 4 starting caliber players and they make it work. We didn't just get 8 players and they come into the starting lineup. That's not how this works. All right? Kepa, he's barely going to play. Norgard, haven't seen him yet. Mosquera only played because Saliba got injured. Hincapia, still haven't seen much of him either. Eze, he's either on the left wing or he ain't in the squad. Zubimendi, yes. Nani Madueke, yes, but now he's got a knee injury. So we're going to see him and Gyökeres are going to be the 2 that we got over the summer who are actually going to contribute. The rest, squad players. They don't need to bet in. They can do it in practice. Or they're going to play in the Carabao Cup. Let's not act like you got 8 players and, you know who did get nearly 8 players and did something with them? Nuno at Forest. He got a lot of players. He got them into Europe. We just keep making excuses for the manager. And I say it all the time. I'm not Arteta in, I'm not Arteta out. But I'm not going to sit here and act like it's all roses when we keep seeing this negative, scared football against teams that we're supposed to be competing with. We moved to the Emirates to compete with Bayern Munich, the Man Cities, the Barcelonas. Not playing like that. That's not competing. That's just trying not to lose. And it's embarrassing. And we're reaching a point where we can't keep doing it. We can't keep doing it. Because Liverpool keep winning. And everyone's saying, oh, Liverpool's not playing great. But guess what? They're getting points. You don't have to play great but you get 3 points. And that's what's going to win them the league. That's what won them the league last year. They weren't great last year. We weren't great last year. But guess what? When the chips were down, Arne Slot got them together. They won the league. We could have done the same. And I had that argument as well. If we turn half of those 14 draws into wins, we're having a different conversation right now. I'm not even talking about this game. I'm saying, yeah, we played against City. We played defensive. Who cares? We won the league last year. Don't worry about it. We haven't won the league since 2004. Like, it's 2024. I wasn't even a fan then. Like, it's just it's real frustrating, and it's super frustrating when your manager comes out and he's asked about the midfield, and he comes up with some waffle that, I don't have the time to explain about the midfield, and nobody asked me about the midfield after Bilbao. Well, no, because you got it wrong against Bilbao, and you changed it. You brought on Martinelli, you brought on Trossard, and they changed the game for you. But yes, we were questioning it. Why did we waste a half in Bilbao with that crappy midfield? And we've done it again. So yes, you will get questioned. Like, that's your job, Mikhail. Your job is to explain why you make terrible decisions. You're the manager. Yeah, I can't deal. I can't deal with the arrogance. I can't deal with, and me being a coach myself, I can see it. I can see that Mikhail wants to win. I can see, he's not doing it on purpose. He's not doing it to lose, but at some point, you have to be honest with yourself. You have to be honest with the fans. Like, the fans are who pay. They're who signs the paychecks, essentially. Without merch, without, the gate sales, there is no Arsenal. You're not getting £15 million a year without the fans. So yes, you're kind of responsible to them to tell them why you suck. Why we're not doing what we expect to do. It is what it is. But yes, that's my rant on that one. I'm just hoping that we do better against Port Vale. I'm hoping that, now with Nani Madueke out, it's Saka, and my fear is that we're just gonna overplay Saka now because we're not gonna have anyone. We're not gonna put anyone behind him. We're gonna overplay him. He's gonna get injured again, and we're gonna fall into the same cycle. It's tough. Port Vale. We got Port Vale. We should be winning the Carabao Cup. We should be breezing Port Vale, regardless of who's fit or not. I think our B team should be beating them. As far as our team, I hope for better. I hope that we can do better. I hope that we can get over the line. Liverpool aren't gonna lose easily. We've got Newcastle, and I think Newcastle is a game that we've gotten some results against them, in the last couple results, but when we need to beat Newcastle, we haven't done it. When we were going for top 4, we didn't do it. When we were going for the title, we didn't do it. Arteta needs to figure it out, and he needs to figure it out quick, because I think the tide is turning. I think fans are starting to question, and it's early, and I get that it's early, but fans are starting to question why we're playing this negatively after all of this money spent. It's not like we're going for top 4. It's not like you haven't been backed. Mikel Arteta has had everything he's asked for. He asked for a striker, he got one. He asked for creators, he got one. It's on him now as the head coach to make it work. If he can't do that, maybe it's time to find a new coach. And I know a lot of fans are afraid. I know a lot of fans don't want to hear that. Oh, you're negative. I'm not Arteta out. I think that Arteta has the tools to do what's necessary. But at the end of the day, I'm a guy who I want to see results. I'm not just going to go based on hope anymore. I went based on hope 2 years ago. When we shouldn't have been challenging, we did. And I was like, you know what? Give Mikel another year. He'll get over the line. 2 years on, he hasn't. So the hope is gone. The hope for me has evaporated. I don't want to hope anymore. I don't want 4 more years of hoping he can get over the line. We have the squad to get over the line. Either he does it or we get someone else who can. And people are kind of like, fans are kind of like, well, yeah, if Arteta leaves, then what's going to happen to the squad? Look at the other teams where guys left and they've done. Look at West Ham. Yes, West Ham had a poor squad. And we took their best player. So who's going to take our best player? All of our players that we have now are locked up to long-term contracts, except for Saka and Saliba. We have Nani. If that doesn't work out, I don't see Saka leaving. And with Saliba, we have cover. If he leaves, Gahey might be an option. So it's not like we're losing, Alexis Sanchez, Mesut Ozil, Santi Cazorla, and Giroud, and they're all going. Like, no, we still have the same squad, and we've locked up the squad for a while. So using that excuse, we could end up poor like West Ham, I don't think we will. I think a manager will come in here with the squad that we have, the stability that we have. Our board is stable. Our GM, not GM, our sporting directors is stable. Our club finances are stable. So it's not going to be like Manchester United where the club is falling apart, the roof's falling apart, everything's going wrong, and you're plugging and playing a manager with players he doesn't want. Like, that's not how it's going to be. Look at Arne Slot. Everybody's like, oh, he inherited, Jurgen Klopp's team. Yes, he did. And guess what? The new manager who comes in here will inherit our team, and he'll be good with it. Like, Arne Slot is not going to falter because Liverpool's whole structure is good. Their sporting director is good. Their finances are good. They're a well-run club. He'll be fine. Even if he doesn't win the league, he might win a cup. He'll compete for the domestic cups, and that'll be good. He's not coming in here. I don't expect Liverpool to fall to 17th because they have a good structure and they have football people in there. And if everyone's saying that's what we have now, and we're not doing well, then the one constant is the manager. The manager's the one constant. So if we remove him and get someone in, surely we'll see some positives. Because you can't come into a club with as good a team we have, a good a structure we have, and just go to 17th. I don't think there's any competent manager. Now, may he finish second still? Yes. But I think he'll get it together, whoever it is. I don't have a manager name. Everyone asks me who you want to manage. I don't know. But I just can't see a future where an experienced manager comes in with this squad, this structure, this support, and doesn't win. And then I also have fans saying, well, the next one, he needs to win something. You're holding this new manager who hasn't come in to the super high standard, but the one you have, oh, it's okay, guys. If we don't win, give him another year. He got a new squad. It's all right. He's got new players. He's got to learn them. He's got to do. No other coach has to do this. Most coaches get someone in the summer, and by January they're firing on all cylinders. But our manager needs a whole year to learn his players, to learn what they do, so they can learn his system. No, let the players go. Let the attacking players have some freedom. That's the problem. Every attacker that comes in here, Eze was looking like man of the year. He's coming here and he's begging for scraps. Like, that's not him. That's not a talent thing. If you're putting me in a position where I'm not good, if you're putting Declan Rice in a position where he's not good, we have to talk about Declan Rice as well being very, very average. Declan Rice was player of the year, last year? Year before? He looks average. You know why? Because he's not playing in his best position. Anyone can tell you Declan Rice's best position is a sweeping six who is able to roam a little bit, but win the ball. That's it. That's his job. Nope. Not with Arteta. We want to turn him into an attacking 8 because, that's what Xhaka did. He's not Granit Xhaka. He's a different type of player. And it's not his best position. It's just frustrating that our manager keeps trying to shoehorn players into his system instead of looking at play. A good manager looks at the strength. Gravenberch. Take Gravenberch. Did we think Gravenberch was going to be the player that Slot turned him into? Nope. We didn't. And look at him. He's one of the best mids in the Prem. Because Slot saw what he was good at, and he put him in a position to be successful. Our manager doesn't do that. Our manager wants all of these players. He needs to be able to play 4 or 5 positions. Why can't we just have specialists? Why can't we just have players that are good at certain positions? That's it. Why do we have to have a center back who plays left back, who can invert? Why? Why not just have players that are good at positions? Why not just put Eze where his good position is on the left? Not as a touchline winger, as a left 8, as a left attacking mid. Why not put Declan Rice as a 6 or double pivot? Why not put Marino in the double pivot where he can roam up? Why not do this? Why not do these things? Why are you trying to be so clever and move our players into positions they're not good at. Martinelli, not great in the left wing as we're playing him. Martinelli needs to be able to cut century like he did in the game and attack. Just attack the goal, not think about it. I just want to see our manager put our players in great positions. That's it. I want to see us beat a low block. I want to see us come out against big teams and dominate. Not just possession, not just 50 million passes. Dominate, pepper the goal. Donnarumma, the man only had to work 3 times. Like, 3 shots on target. He only had to work 3. Come on. We deserve better as fans, and our club deserves better. I'm gonna go to sleep because I got a headache, and like I said, I don't know if it's sickness or just watching this crap week in and week out against big teams. But the Port Vale preview will be out soon. Remember, 10 away. Hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with a short preview on Port Vale. And hopefully I'm in a better mood come Wednesday, Thursday when I do my match reaction. And hopefully we're ready on the road for Newcastle. You guys take it easy. Have a good night. See you later.